It's still going on outside, believe it or not. Even after the lady was out there screaming, "You bastards, you leave Karen alone." One of the neighbors were like, "Oh my God, some lady's screaming at her." Well, they ought to. It ought to be everybody. They didn't have right in my home. Retired Judge Pete is, like I said in the other video, it's in a cult that hired stalkers and killers. And where my ex-husband went to that store, he met that retired judge's family and friends that are in a drug and gang unit. Set up this whole damn thing where he was already trying to have me murdered at Lennox. They all agreed to help. February 25th, 22, McDonald's, Woodlawn Hills, and Dales Road. A neighbor that lives 3 or 4 houses down came in and said, "I'm tired of this." He's rambling about stuff, and he said, "Her ex-husband showed up at a store with Hannah. Told everybody he didn't want her anymore, been trying to get rid of her for a while. And nothing worked. Why try to have me murdered? And ask all those people to help." And they agreed. It's been them doing it the whole time. Retired Judge Pete, his dirty friends. The apostolic churches in this area are severe at call. That when they're done with you, they will hire stalkers and shooters, and now are mixed in with a drug and gang unit, and somebody used to have authority. And it's evolved into a whole new animal. At the Oakland apartment, December 9, 21, they were telling all the tapes before were them and not me. And it's just a bunch of men doing crimes down here to see if someone will stop them. March 1st to March 15 and 19, I'm sitting on the back porch about 8, 10:30 at night. They told Dave, someone called him on the phone. It's just a real life case of how to get away with murder. February, March of 19 by the hair salon in 62. A man showed up and was talking while they used to block the doors. She talks in riddles so no one understands her. She refers to her husband as playing God. Who's God? Or she said, "I don't understand. God holds life and death in his hands. Her secret is her husband's trying to kill her." Is that what's going on? It was. And these are the people where the cult planned to kill me. Had already tried, agreed to help, broken my door within a few days of meeting him, started date rape, drugging me, and apparently photoshopping scenes illegally on their own. And they're sick, psychotic bastards spinning off their hate crimes. Now the Canton police already know about the shower scene in the other room and drugs and told us to say stuff, and so does other police departments. And they already know I'm innocent before. And they also, during the protected life case, found all the kids lying for the retired judge's daughter to get the house, for the house wasn't meant for Grandma. It was meant for Auntie Shell and Papa. Grandma needs to get out, and then everything later on the floor where we're making everything up. And they're documenting me games of pretend. The rest of my family spoke highly of me. All this was wiped out for a start in 18. I've never been questioned or wrongdoing. I've never been prosecuted. I've never found guilty. And because their tapes are not admissible, nor can they look at them for the Fourth Amendment, they spin it off on lowlifes and people with no IQs, thinking they can help steal from victims they victimized, and think it's funny letting victimized get drugged, raped, tortured, hack into police lock-ins and sell them, make money off of it, and helping a cult and a drug dealing gang evolve into a whole new animal and take over. They think it's funny doing these crimes. Then it should happen to them. Because there's laws in this country that protect me from everything. You have a right to privacy. Police and agencies can only be in a home under threat of life. They have to speak to everyone before they start. Okay? And if not, it's abuse and misconduct and goes to the right of privacy, illegal search and seizure, and the police go to jail. You don't get quarters or a law. If attorney tapes you unaware of their home, they lose their license, they go to jail, and they have to compensate you. Real law is no coarse confession is admissible. Hmm? Real law is you have a right to privacy. A man's home is considered as his castle not to be entered into. Even under the Fourth Amendment, people's places and homes will be safe and secure. Just for a search warrant, people's personal effects will not be seized or searched without probable cause warranted with an oath or affirmation. They have to give you a Miranda rights. You also have the right to remain quiet. You also have a right to an attorney. You have a right to a fair court trial, bail, and bond. And you have a right not to be cruelly mistreated. What's wrong with this? For every constitutional right broke, it's 1 to 10 years. Doing anything for conflict of interest is 1 to 10 and up to $1 million fine. A legal search and seizure is 5 years and they can't look at it. And it's all shit anyways. The Canton police already know that. And so do the other police departments, and they're laughing at these people. We could never look or listen. It would be illegal to. Even the Portage County Sheriffs, when I confronted them, be the Fourth Amendment. They couldn't look or listen. Yes. Massillon Police, November 24, 21, 8:40 a.m. We're looking for Stephen Eric for stock here. And it's finally got funny. And we don't know who they are yet. It's finally got funny after everything they did. Nothing's admissible. Officer Reinhardt Louisville comes down to no matter what. Until Will took your statement, he agreed to protect you. The FBI couldn't even be in your home. It'd be illegal to look or listen. It's the Department of Justice. We actually live in a free, safe country that the government can't hurt its people. People so quickly forget and are willing to go in with an occult that will kill you, your children, and your grandchildren, and help steal everything in life under attempted murder, drugs, and kidnapping, and stalking. And they think it's funny helping, then it should happen to them. Maybe they'll think twice. And this retired judge has so much money, he thinks he can pay anybody off in the world. He's not funny. Someone needs to arrest his dumbass. A retired judge in Florida was human trafficking people and just got arrested this last year. 5 judges framed and raped 41 lives where they were stopped, and they got 6 to 20 years. A legal search and seizure would be at least 5. And then the other charges. Drugging somebody's attempted murder. Attempted extortion under it's 15. One of the neighbors walking in, they were talking about Mike's daughter, Melissa. They said, we already told her she shouldn't have never tried anything with us. Well, they just wanted the house for that girl. They wanted help. I know, but she still shouldn't have helped. Tell her stay out of this. A lot of people have. She wants to be that stupid. The police already called her stupid around me. More than once. Because who do you think takes care of me? Like the Walmart employee said, that's the one the police take care of. Before he put me in protected light custody. One of his last comments to that girl that answered the phone, she said, well, we're busy. You tell the police up there to get a hold of this. We're busy. Protected home custody for an informant. And it's up to the police to fix this. They can. And like my friend from the prosecutor's office, nothing that agent said was legal, from calling me a liar and threatening to arrest me if I didn't say it, to listing me informants legal, and put me in protected custody and have that officer talk to Dave. But to say, if you tell someone unless you're crazy and no one can help you, you can't say that. He even laughed about it today when I talked to him on the phone. He can't do that. It's shit. And it's stupid people listening to somebody who helped obstruct justice, tampered with evidence, battered a witness, and victimize the victim and then think he's God and can set it up that no one can help this person. He's retired. What he did is allow life in federal prison for we're on a recorded line. Anybody can help me. Even my friend from the prosecutor's office said after what that agent did, there's no excuse. Nobody's helped you. They can't even look at the tapes before. That's why they run around with their hate crime. They can't even look at it. I would own that police department, and you don't think I wouldn't turn their badge number into the Department of Justice for aiding and abetting stalking in a legal search and seizure? Yeah, they can lose their badge too. There was a thing, an article, like 300 officers were caught up in it in a different state. They got asked to resign, fired, or arrested for their part. Might be something to consider because all the other police I talked to, we couldn't even look at it. They can run around saying whatever they want, but we could never look at it. And I was found innocent of everything. My family spoke highly of me, and they knew I was in police protective custody. They knew more one department watched it, like the Massillon Police, the Stark County Sheriffs, the Minerva Undercover Police, even the Knowlton Police said something to me. And then these people are so advanced, they hacked into the police protective law case, and they sold it by Christmas 18, so it's common knowledge. And that's how stupid all this is. Someone needs, and as the retired sheriffs I've talked to on the phone, we know there's a judge's family involved in this, but people need to start doing their damn jobs. I need to arrest everybody involved and do a big sweep, and maybe they won't think it's so funny. Open an occult, hiring stalkers and murderers, going in with a drug gang involved with a retired judge, and they pay everybody not to do their job. Because if a real sitting judge would be, what the hell were you doing in the halls of homes? It's the Fourth Amendment. You're going to jail for stalking, and no, I won't listen to your shit. And that's about how it goes. My one friend that worked for the prosecutor's office said some months the man found out the police were watching him in his home. He went to a jail. Went to a judge, and the judge said, I looked at the police officer, said, you knew better. And this man can sue you for this. And no, I can't look at it. He has a right to privacy. He had no right in that man's home. They do know better. And all these people have pretended to be FBI. They have fake badges. And even the police know that. It's just a bunch of men doing crimes down here to see if someone can stop it in a real life case of how to get away with murder. And it isn't for extortion and racketeering. How dare these people even follow me around? How dare they open their mouth to me? My God. Do you know how much when I hear them off in the distance, I want to yell, what is wrong with you? Have you lost your mind? Are you doing the drugs they used to stab me with? Have you lost your mind? Do you think it's funny breaking in? The other day in Mentors, two heavy-set apostolic women, I seen them, and I thought, I'm not afraid of you. And I thought, don't pick up your phone, though. I'm not afraid of you, but don't pick up your phone. If they pick up the phone, they call someone. That's not a shit. It's like, just don't pick up your phone. I want to shop in that aisle. The one heavy-set woman looked at the other one. Don't you say a word to her. Is that Steve? He thinks it's funny breaking in, date rape, drugging women. He's not. And having us follow around saying stuff to her. He's not funny. They ended up divorced over this. Well, we were going to end up divorced anyways because he was trying to kill me. I wasn't smart enough to realize it was him and his occult. They think it's funny helping Jen Jones. They're very sorely mistaken. And going in with a retired judge with a drug and gang unit and think that they can take and go in with an occult and kill people and extort money if they live and have them terrorized and stalked. Have these people lost their ever-loving minds to find any of this funny. The real law would have had a problem with me and would have just knocked on the door. Because the real law, the officers in uniform, don't worry about it. We could never look or listen. Those people had no right in your home. No, they didn't. Then you wouldn't have to worry about photoshopping shower scenes and date rape, drugging confessions. The real law would have just asked me questions. And people need to learn to be smart enough to be scared of these people. This became a whole new animal. From a called Iron Stalkers and Shooters to end it with a retired judge with a drug gang. And then creating extortion and racketeering and then causing hate crimes. People ought to be fucking afraid of these people. It's like learn to get some common sense and get some air besides air behind your ears. Come on. It's like wake up. Where on earth could you find any of this funny? You know, their tapes are so altered. There's people with no drug confessions. There's people with no shower scenes. Like they said, they photoshopped everything. In and out. And I got more than 10 witnesses going to the police. But do they ever stop? No, because it's cynical. They think it's funny terrorizing their victim. My one friend, Mary, left her husband. And they were terrorizing her at home, at work, calling her up, threatening her life until she was too afraid to leave. Did it for months. Sound familiar? But these people have evolved now into hiring stalkers and shooters. And now I'm with a drug gang from a retired judge thinking he can pay anybody off. He's not that rich. And richer men have went to jail.